These are my plants, Edmund and Deborah. Now, these are the pots that they used to live in. There was nothing wrong with my plants. What was wrong with them was the pot that they were in. Seeing how big of a pot and how much they've grown since being out of these pots makes me realize how confined they were in here. Now, I took them out and the roots were like actively pushing up against the side, begging to come out. If you feel stuck, unmotivated, or frustrated, this is exactly why. This video is not just about how to repot your plants, it's about how to repot your life. When a plant outgrows its pot, the roots are pushing up against the sides, there's not enough nutrients or space for the water to go into the roots, and it's actively suffocating. The growth is gonna slow, it's gonna stop, and eventually it's gonna start to die. Same thing goes for humans. When your pot, when your environment, when your potential that you, the box that you put yourself in is too small, the exact same thing is gonna happen to you. You're gonna feel stuck, uncomfortable, and you're gonna start getting exhausted. You can be a healthy plant, but when you're in the wrong container, your growth gets stunted. So the first thing we're gonna do is identify where your pot is too small. What feels repetitive or draining? Where are you playing it way too small out of comfort? That can be in your friend group. So pretend you have a friend group that you've been with for a while, but you notice that not only are you not growing in your life, these people are actually pulling you down. Or that can be in your self-image. Where does your self-concept stop? Where do you feel like there's a ceiling to how amazing you are? What habits are confining you way too small? Are there any habits like smoking or overeating or sleeping in? These things feel small, but when they add up, ultimately it's keeping you in the same spot. Discomfort is actually a sign of growth, not failing. When I was repotting my plants, my hands were dirty, I was getting dirt underneath all of my nails, and they didn't want to budge. When I was trying to pull them out of this, they were having a hard time coming out, and that's exactly what you have to do with yourself. It's gonna be dirty, it's gonna be uncomfortable, and you're gonna have to get used to it at first, but it has to happen. Next thing we're gonna do is notice the warning signs. The signs of outgrowing your pot can be enviousness, lack of motivation, being restless. I remember a few weeks ago, I was feeling the constant urge of being like, I need to start over, I need to start something new. But the thing is, my plant, myself, I didn't need to start over anything else. I just needed to put myself in a different environment. When you keep trying to grow differently in a pot that doesn't serve you anymore, you're not doing anything. And you don't even realize how small your pot is until you take yourself out of it. It's like constantly trying to solve the symptoms rather than the cause. It's like using a band-aid to cover up a broken femur. The next thing I'm gonna talk about is not blaming yourself. You're not lazy, you're not undisciplined, this pot just isn't serving you anymore. You don't need fixing, you need expansion. Now, before Deborah and Edmund were put in different pots, what I was thinking was, okay, maybe I need to be giving them more water. Maybe I need to use a fertilizer. Maybe I need to put them more in the sun. When actually what needed to be done was they needed to expand. Now we're gonna talk about getting your bigger pot. What does having a bigger pot look like to you? Is it new routines? Is it higher standards for yourself? Is it maybe bigger goals? The best way to find how to expand your pot is to find where you're uncomfortable. If you feel uncomfortable talking to new people, then that's exactly what you need to do. If you feel uncomfortable doing a certain exercise at the gym, that's exactly what you need to do. If you feel uncomfortable exploring a side of yourself that you suppressed, that is exactly what you need to do. You cannot grow in comfort. Ask yourself, what environment would support the version of myself that I'm becoming? Now, I'm gonna use my bedroom as an analogy for my pot. Okay, so my bedroom, it's clean. I have pictures that inspire me. I have an environment that feels open and light, and it smells good in here. This is an environment that inspires me to do what I need to get done. Now, this can apply for so many different things. Maybe it's your workspace, maybe it's your friend group. Make your environment inspiring to what you need to become. Now, the next step I'm gonna tell you about is adding better soil. So obviously, when you're repotting your plant, you're putting new soil, new nutrients, new fertilizer into it. For your new soil, you're gonna have more people that inspire you, more habits that push you towards what you're needing to do. You're gonna be careful of the information that you consume because what you consume inevitably becomes your mindset. And self-talk is very important as well. The way that you speak to yourself directly impacts the soil of your mind. Ask yourself this before consuming anything. Is this feeding the person I want to become? Now, what we're gonna do next is give it time and consistency. It's gonna take a few weeks for my plants to grow into the pot that I've put them in. Plants do not grow overnight, and you won't either. It's about consistency over intensity. Now, I'm not gonna put a gallon of water into them every single day expecting them to grow immediately into the thing that they want to become, because that's just gonna overwater it and it's gonna die. Accordingly to the plant that you are, I have snake plants. I'm watering about once or twice a week, about a cup and a half of water. Showing up every single time I need to do that and giving it what it needs consistently rather than intensely is gonna make it grow. You don't need to be waking up at 5 in the morning to do your hot Pilates workout and then doing an ice bath and then doing a sauna. It's about the little things. Are you drinking a glass of water when you first wake up? Are you getting your steps in throughout the day? Are you reaffirming to yourself positive thoughts rather than ones that pull you down? Trust the process and know that growth is quiet before it is visible. If you feel stuck right now, it's not you, it is your pot. Reflect on one area in your life where you feel your pot is too small and comment below that. I hope you found this helpful and have a great day.